Hey, folks, welcome to the Neebscast.
Hey.
Today we were just talking about survival games that have been out that we haven't played that at one point we were excited about and it just didn't happen.
For sure.
Anything you can think of?
Sons of the Forest. We've talked about many times.
Yeah, and that was recent.
Yeah.
And there's even older games like Hurtworld.
Which you brought up, and I forgot you ever bringing it up until you showed me just a little bit ago.
It looks cartoony, doesn't it?
It looks a little cliche-ish, and then...
And I don't know if it's more like Rust than, say, Ark, because I didn't even play it. I just like the way it looks.
It gives me Rust, and it gives me all the vibes, because, we got to go and pickaxe this rock, but I'll tell you what, once I saw that helicopter, I'm like, okay.
Some of it looks really cool.
Yeah, some does.
And on Steam, it compares it to Grounded and Conan. Doesn't look like that to me.
Neither one of those, no.
I haven't played it, so.
I'd say Rust and...
When did it come out?
2019.
All right.
Man, look at us with facts.
I mean, we're looking at a screen. We best get them right.
That was the release date. Very positive reviews.
Okay.
It says survival, FPS, open world, multiplayer, PvP.
What, are they still working on it and stuff? Like improving it, I hope, or they just...
I don't know.
You know how they sometimes make something and they're like, bye.
Yeah, who knows?
Kind of done with it.
I don't know, but the reviews are positive.
Yeah.
People might hate it. I don't know.
And you never played it?
Never played it. I just saw it, that. And it's like, oh, Grounded, or whatever. Just got distracted.
Huh. So you guys got lists of stuff, really the only games that I ever run across that I think I want to play or I hear through you guys, and I'm like, oh, that looks cool.
Yeah, and I don't like Abstro's always got his nose in some gaming magazine or something.
Got his nose in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
He does. A bunch of people, too.
Yeah.
Space Engineers is another one for me. I look at the trailer and I'm like, man, that looks so cool. We can build all this stuff and then have these big battles. But then I'm a little bit intimidated by
the engineering
the
aspect.
crafting and the engineering. And like I would need someone, a Kane person.
Yeah.
An expert in Space Engineers.
We're getting smart about that stuff. We're just bringing in people to help us through the Conans and
consultants.
Stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
Consultants, if you will. Yes, a consultant.
I need a consultant every week.
But
it'd make us a lot better if we had those.
Space Engineers, what do they compare it to? Do they even compare it to anything?
See, I can't take into consideration what they compare because they're already off on that last one, I think.
I would think Empyrean, right? Empyrean, I've heard Empyrean is, and I would love to play that again, by the way.
That's a good point.
Back to my list.
Yeah.
I've heard Empyrean's a little bit, I don't know. It's still kind of complicated, the building, but not as much from what I hear.
And when we tried that, it was a baby, right?
Yeah, I'm sure a lot's changed.
Tons, I would imagine.
It's been a freaking almost a decade.
Yeah, and I had a blast.
Yeah, no, it was
a simple
cool.
game, but super fun.
Yeah, we did have some good laughs for sure. I remember that. You remember that?
I do vaguely. Yes.
Yeah. When I say simple, I mean the graphics were a little bit more simple.
Yeah.
And sound design needed a big upgrade.
Yeah, and the enemies, I guess, stuff like that. I'm sure they've come a long way. I have no doubt. People still, people dig it. It seems.
I would definitely just jump in for fun.
Yeah.
For free time. And maybe even a show. We talked about having a series where we race to space.
Yeah.
2 groups.
I already
I can't.
I forfeit my race.
Honestly,
you won.
You win. And this is kind of I don't know.
It's just
the kid has a dream of being a ballerina. Listen.
You both already gave up.
It ain't going to happen.
Each of you gets a mentor.
Yeah. There we go. Now we're talking.
But it's not going to happen, though. We've talked about this for so long.
We'll see. It might.
It might happen.
I know it very well might. I'm saying it won't to maybe push it.
Look at.
Give me a break. What?
Breath Edge. That was probably never going to happen. And then that's happening.
And don't you regret
Simon.
it? I don't know.
Oh man, I regret it.
Yeah.
I would have if I was in charge of that series, you guys would have canceled me early on. But you would.
Yeah, they just kept on going.
Yeah, they just kept going.
They kept on looking at that supercut.
Yep.
Yeah, which I get it. Could make
There's
a great
some fun
supercut.
moments in there. I wish there were more threats, but
all right. No, yeah, I got you. Sunkenland, I would have got canceled. Yeah.
Yeah, Sunkenland. That's the one that we all are like, okay, Neebs the
Excited
most, right?
about.
that's in my mind. That's happening.
That's gotta
for
happen.
sure.
It is. Your habit, like I'll say it. I don't care. I'll say it right now. You've said that you want that to be your next thing that you're going to go to, and that's going to probably even start here in the next couple of months.
That's your next, Neebs.
I think I'd like to work on that next.
I think you should work on that
Part of the problem
next.
is we barely understand the 3 or 4 games we play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If we started adding a 5th one into that, I can see everybody's brains just melting down.
But we're getting out of Grounded.
Grounded will be, but then we're going into Ark. Ascended.
Yeah. And I want Ark, but at least for a little while until I get on your page, probably.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
already,
it, man.
I'm already, I know you do, and for
I
that
play
alone,
that at home
we'll be doing
for fun.
You are playing it now for fun.
I'm playing it on the dumpster.
That's
Right.
true.
On a regular basis. It's a
I've
series?
got 2 out, but I have 2 more done. I have 1 more done. The 4th one's almost done.
Okay. Okay.
Lightly edited.
Lightly edited.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember when the dumpster that wasn't an expectation at all. It was supposed to be.
I remember when it was whatever you want to put on there.
Exactly. I remember getting shit for wanting to edit stuff. And then it was like, just lightly edited. And it was just, I was told, well, that's not what it's for. We're supposed to just hand it off. And I'm like, well, we should be able to do whatever we want.
And you did whatever you
And
wanted.
I'm glad that you're taking it upon yourself to do the same, Neebs.
Thank you.
That's awesome. That's what everyone should be able to do.
Yeah. No, it's
I feel like it's just too highly produced over there. I think we need a 3rd channel.
that channel
For the
doesn't
real
Actual
dumpster.
dumpster.
that channel can't relate to the common folk anymore.
Right.
What a disaster.
It's a disaster. You guys are nuts.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, as far as what's out,
Already, yeah. We've missed the boat.
I got one. We didn't miss the boat.
what you
Well,
got
you
for
know
what's
what?
out?
Sons of the Forest.
Pac-Man?
It's kind of like Pac-Man. It's
What?
not survival whatsoever. It's golf.
What do you mean golf?
We didn't
It
miss golf.
is
We play golf all the time.
Golf with friends, team version.
Oh, the team
Oh,
version.
the team
Talk about
version.
survival.
Yo, surviving the course. We got Dora and myself.
Build your own holes.
That's right. Oh, that would be great.
We should play that on the stream tonight, Simon.
We should.
We'll be a team.
All right.
I don't know how it works in the team.
about-
Neither do I. I have no idea.
Golf with guns.
Sounds
Like you're a
horrible.
ball, but you have a gun. You can shoot other balls.
You're a ball, but you're a gun.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you a gun if you're a ball?
Well, you're a ball with a gun.
Oh, with a gun.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're rolling, do you shoot your gun? Or?
Yeah. You swing, the ball's going. While in motion, it's looking for other balls and attacking.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a way to make that wonderful.
Okay.
I don't know.
And crazy.
Should we talk about, and we have talked about it, but a couple of these haven't come up much, what's coming. Because we know we're close to Nightingale. Nightingale is coming soon.
Mm-hmm. And you've been excited about that one for a while.
A couple years, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks, the design in it looks
It's got the big giant guy, right? In the trailer.
There's a bunch of
There's a lot of giant
so many
things in
things.
the
I mean, you know what I'm
trailer.
talking
That
about.
walking
The big giant
house
guy.
and stuff.
Walking house. Okay.
Yeah, that's what stuck out in my mind the
You
first
think
time
that
I
would
saw
stick
it.
out in my mind?
Yeah, it was like this walking house. But on the same note, Once Human, which should be coming out kind of soon too, there's for those who have seen the Hayao Miyazaki movies and you've seen My Neighbor Totoro. You
Your
got
neighbor
Cat Bus.
Totoro?
Yeah, you got Cat Bus. There's like this weird creature bus in Once Human. I kind of put Once Human and Nightingale in similar categories because they both have wacky looking creatures in it. Just batshit crazy stuff in it.
Oh,
And
okay.
is Once Human a survival game?
It's an action survival. I think a lot
What
of
does that
people
mean?
a lot of people in the
They also compare it to Grounded.
what?
See-
Dude, they just throw that out there. That's
In
some
7
dumb,
days.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, action survival, anything that you die in, you're trying to survive, right?
It's a weird word, you know, like building survival. Like maybe that's what it should be called. I don't know, because everything you craft, you build, you store.
So
stuff.
you can craft places here and establish areas that are yours, and tons of people are playing.
Can you build a house?
Yes,
Okay.
you can, and it doesn't look like a game that would allow you to do that. But I don't know, man. I'm intrigued by it for sure. And you didn't get to see the cat bus thing, but people know what I'm talking about.
Are you sure that they can build, or you just don't claim a house?
I watched it.
So you build it. Okay, so if you're building a house, Neebs.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. We got
Yeah.
something.
And if you don't have to drink and eat, I'm fine with that.
Well, you might have to drink and eat a little.
Maybe a little.
Maybe a
I
little
like
bit.
the model of a little, but you don't have to actually. You just weaker.
They probably don't go nuts with it. Well, let's just hope.
Don't
they
go raft with it.
Yeah, don't go raft.
Nobody likes
never
that.
go full raft.
Nobody.
That's the rule.
Everybody knows that.
What else?
Well, Enshrouded. Abstra's
He's super
very
excited.
excited about
Jumping on
Enshrouded.
that.
And I don't blame him. It plays well. It's got kind of Zelda-y vibes. But then we got the multiplayer element too, so we can all be flying around that world.
Yeah.
And he's very sick.
He's
saw
very
him.
sick.
Saw him today.
Simon and I got sick, but not Abstro sick.
No, Absor got pneumonia sick.
Yeah, it's a little past Christmas right now. People are sick everywhere.
Yeah.
And so we were all kind of sick
Yeah.
last weekend.
Yep.
We didn't come in on Tuesday because we're all like, still getting over some stuff.
Yeah.
And then today he wasn't even better yet. And
No.
I had to meet him out around town, and he had a mask on, and he looked exhausted.
Yeah.
He
you
said
said
he
didn't
wasn't
sleep.
sleeping at all.
And you're having him drive across town.
Hey, I'm like, get up. Quit being complaining about feeling bad.
Yeah.
It's just pneumonia.
That's all it is. Oh, look at
Lord.
that crazy shit.
This is Once Human still.
Yeah, I guess they're showing a bunch of. It looks good graphically. So Enshrouded.
Yeah, he's on that. He's going to be doing some more on GTA before he gets to that. Not that's not in this category, but I thought he was going to jump on Enshrouded like right away. I was
Yeah.
surprised he was going to do some. He's supposed to do some.
Well, he doesn't know anything
GTA.
about it yet.
What?
He doesn't know anything about. He doesn't know if there's camera break-in HUD stuff.
That
He
kinda
doesn't know any of
stuff.
that stuff yet.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about he wants to go back into GTA.
Oh yeah, GTA.
That's what I was talking about.
See, I feel like don't pregnant women sometimes, not pregnant women, mothers sometimes forget how much trouble it was having a baby,
They do,
and then they're like, "Let's do another baby."
but he loved
And
it
then-
every time. You have the baby.
No, he made one. He made one last time, and he was throwing a tantrum at the end of it. The last time I did like 4 or 5
of
And I was
that last session
the
of them.
casino heist,
Yeah.
and I was done.
So,
And he wants to jump in and do like 3 of them, which
It's-
I'm looking forward to him playing.
but it's not going to be. We're not doing heists.
No, he's
No.
doing jobs. He wants to do
So,
jobs.
and that was always more fun anyway.
Depending on the heist, yeah. The jobs he has picked out sound really fun, so
I just
it's
think
going to be fun.
No
Yeah.
pressure. Have some fun. I mean, yeah, sure, it might be hard, but no pressure. Like the heist shit can be a bit annoying if you fail and you got to start over again. And
Yeah, I'm
You
over
gotta
the
deal with
heist.
Lester.
Yeah, God, shut up, Lester.
6 is coming, but still not till 2025.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. So then at least we know to wait. And
And
we
then
don't
it's
have
going to be on PlayStation, right?
to- first, that's right.
Yeah, man, they've got their ways, don't they?
That's a good way to get rid of buy things twice, isn't it?
They're fucking genius. They are Rockstar's damn
I'm
genius.
not doing it. Forget that.
Mm,
Do you have a PS5?
I do.
I don't.
So
You
that's
will. You know why? So you can
Oh,
play it.
I'm definitely
Because why
gonna.
not? How
'Cause
are
I-
you going to wait 6 months to play the game for the people who really want to play the game? Of course, they're going to get it for the PS5 if they have a PS5.
Man, you see, there's other games I haven't played yet. I got
Yeah,
a whole list. I'm doing
I
a whole
get it.
podcast about it.
Yeah.
See, there's for me to play a game on PS5. That's a different thing than playing on the PC because like I've got it. It's on my 75-inch. You know what I mean?
Your PC could be on your 75-inch.
Yeah, I don't want it to be because I want to use mouse and keyboard. I like having my controller on the couch.
You
and-
could have the exact same experience. Someone could hide the PC under a cabinet
just mind your own business.
and go,
Steve. Let me
and
tell you.
go, hey, which one are you playing? I don't know.
Well, I'll probably be buying it. I just paid for bought Cyberpunk. It was like on sale just to have something pretty to play.
All right. Good deal.
Anyway, War of the Worlds. Absor and I've been kind of looking at some of that stuff. It looks wonky in some parts, and it wouldn't be like full on survival like we know survival. It's you gotta get some stuff and survive long enough to learn how to take out these the big like tripody alien things. Half like when you watch any of it, half of it looks Wonkville like crazy, and then some of it looks just cool as shit.
Yeah, you're right. And then there's not a lot of gameplay in
No.
the trailer.
No.
Not
But-
until I saw a tank firing at that big, long, giraffe-looking
But
alien.
there's videos. There's like you can watch a half-hour video of pure gameplay
On
There-
YouTube?
yeah,
People just testing it.
yeah, and then there's like another half hour of playing as one of those things, the walker
Oh,
things.
the big alien walkers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that might be a game mode in it. I'm not sure, but hopefully that'll.
It's
come
got
out
my
soon.
attention because, yeah, if this was like an actual somewhat survival game with
Yeah.
a continuing, I guess that's what we look for is a
Yeah.
story that can continue over time.
Yeah, not just one play. Did you make it or not? And you got to start over, kind of
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, I would hope that you could like.
But that
Maintain
world would
it
be
for a
fun to
while.
be in, wouldn't it? To
I
be
think-
hiding from those big monsters all the
Yeah,
time.
getting tanks and nukes and stuff, and
Yeah,
yeah, just
finding
feeling
pants.
the fear,
Yeah.
finding some pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get pants in there.
Because, like, Generation Zero was, like, that's one of those words. Like, is this a survival game? You're not building anything. You're just collecting guns and
yeah, it's on the
shooting robots.
cusp, but I can see why they'd call it survival versus something else.
So you'd never like think of Cyberpunk as survival. I've never played it.
I haven't
But
played
that could
it
be one of the
either, really,
games
but-
that'd be like, you know what's too bad we never played it. It's supposed
not-
to be beautiful.
It's not survival. It's like closer to being something like Grand Theft Auto,
GTA, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't consider,
but it's open world.
I don't consider GTA's survival
No.
No, it's not.
or Generation Zero. I feel less attached to the world because I didn't build my house and I didn't.
I feel like
You know.
Generation Zero's closer to. Yeah, you don't really build anything, do you?
Well, there's inventory in Generation Zero when you're collecting all these things and picking them up. To me, that seems
That
a
makes
lot
it
more-
closer to survival.
It does, yeah. Because then GTA.
But it's usually just ammo.
Yeah, just ammo and guns and clothes. Like
Yeah.
Oh, that's close.
I like GTA, but I don't. To me, it's not.
I mean,
I don't know.
it's a completely different type of game.
We need better words to describe these games.
We do.
Well,
Survive-ish.
open world. what it is.
Survive-ish.
Survive-ish. Oh, survive-ish.
I think that's a perfect word for
But I mean, survival doesn't necessarily mean building either. Like,
No, but
Nah.
if you have to eat or drink and not build, you're more of a survival
Yeah.
game. Or if you have to build something but you don't have to eat or drink, it's still more survival
Yeah.
because you're always dying too.
And then another that I saw got out there, Derelicts was another game that I think Appsro may have introduced me to that hopefully will come out this coming year too. That looks a lot more like, look at that, placing shit like that. Like,
yeah, it's placing some like water wheel in the,
yeah.
in the stream.
And that was very Sons of the very Forest, the crafting thing where it's kind of laid out in
Oh,
front
laid
of
in a
you.
blanket.
Yeah.
And this is like, I don't know all the. It's like a post-apocalypse kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Or
but what
some,
isn't?
Some event has happened.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, there's just so many of those.
but this like technology, yeah, it looks different though.
It does. It looks good, doesn't it?
It looks
Like
kind of steampunky a little bit
Yeah.
because they got like I don't know,
Looks like a good amount of building and
because you got like crash spaceship or something, and then like a wooden windmill beside it.
yeah, that whole blend of worlds.
It looks
Or
cool.
times.
The
It
graphics
does.
look good. What do they compare this to?
Probably grounded.
Grounded.
Yeah.
Does it say grounded?
Grounded has friends over it. Steam for sure.
Really?
7 days as well.
You pull up Golf with Friends, they compare it to grounded.
It's like
Yeah.
Grounded.
Yeah, just like it. What do you guys got your eyes on out there? You should put that down in the comments below.
Yeah, please.
Or what did you miss?
What did you miss? What's out there right now that you've been wanting to play? You know?
Yep.
We'd like to hear it too.
Did y'all do anything fun
Oh.
other than get sick for the holidays?
Kind of rude things. It was pretty relaxing though, ultimately.
Yeah, no, I stayed away until Christmas Day. I went so soon. But don't starve and don't starve together. Those were something that we never played.
We played Don't Starve.
Yeah. You
Did
hated
we
it.
make it a video?
We recorded it, and
You did hate
Oh, it was
it.
awful.
We
The
just-
recording was awful. We didn't even make it a video, did we?
No, you guys died right away, and left me alone.
Well, I mean, I was
And then
trying.
we
Well,
tried
there was different settings. I swear we didn't.
No, it was one of those games we played so badly that it wasn't even a video because we weren't in there long enough.
No.
God. All right. Anyway, sorry.
I had a great transition to what'd you do for Christmas.
He
And you
comes back
sucked
to
it right
something.
back
Back
in,
to-
and it wasn't even worth it.
Yeah. It was. It was worth it.
Was it?
Yeah, because we got to talk about it.
Okay, good. All right.
Your Christmas was good though, Neebs?
Yeah, you know me. It's the
Yeah.
worst. It's the worst season out of the three,
Sure.
for sure.
Yep.
Bah humbug.
Tomatoes and all.
Tomatoes and
God,
all.
even watermelon. You can't even trust a watermelon this time of year.
It's not the year. It's not the time of year.
I know, but we have a whole world to pick fruit from nowadays.
Where are they importing watermelons from?
Southern Hemisphere.
Sure. I mean, I understand that.
The whole half of that world is summertime right now.
You don't get watermelon. Just don't get watermelon this time of year.
All right. You're a winter sympathist,
Just know how it works.
sympathizer.
Okay.
Well, what else? What can you get? Oh,
Out of
boy,
winter,
that's what we're doing.
you can get chapped lips. You can get the flu. You can get pneumonia.
Oh yeah.
Right,
Dry
okay.
everything.
Yep. Love that.
Yeah.
All right. So
That's not what I was going on about, though, right?
no.
No, I don't
Where
think
was
so.
I going with this? I went to the aquarium.
Oh,
yeah.
God, yeah.
We have a. Look, our city's not huge, but our aquarium is a decent size for this area.
For this area, it is. I think it's, man, like when they bring extra features to the aquarium is nice. Like when they've had like
Lorikeets.
lorikeets.
Walk in.
otters.
Otters are there now. Yeah.
They've got otters there now.
We saw the otters.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them. Man, otters.
They're amazing.
They're like families.
Yeah.
They just hang out with each other. They're like brothers and sisters, messing with each other, spooning each other. They just seem like there's a lot of love there.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
incest, too. A lot of inbreeding.
You can tell.
Yeah. Go. Anyway.
So you had a good time out there, though?
It's been a while since I've been there. Last time I was there, I think they had the lorikeets, which was awesome.
Yeah, it's
They're
been years.
landing on your heads and stuff.
Yeah.
Saw the otters. They were great. They got an albino alligator and a regular one.
Okay.
One of my favorite things was just one fish tank, and they had this big fish, and he reminded me of Derelicts. 'Cause
What-
he
how-
just back and forth, can't sit still,
Yep.
even though he knows he's shooting a video, just right back and forth.
I
see
saw the
that-
same one. He was just finished up doing 30 push-ups.
Yeah,
Yep.
a fish.
He just took a shower.
Oh, that I can understand that then.
Anyway, that's the fish, back and forth,
Yeah.
back and forth.
Well, it's in water.
And then
too.
there was a
It has to move like that, otherwise it'll drown.
no
it'll
other fish is doing.
suffocate.
They stop and look at you. You'll see it in the video. It's
In the
crazy.
video. He's got video.
I have
We
video.
talked about this.
Oh,
This was my favorite tank. This was competing with the otters.
okay.
This particular fish tank.
You better have
Okay.
it separated for me.
So there's 3 fish. It's called funny fish. That's what the file's called.
Okay.
Then there's a blowfish in there. He's just doing laps. Just
Okay.
round and round.
Yeah.
I don't know which one he is. Maybe he'd be me. There's only 3 fish, so one of us is gonna get left out.
Yeah, full of air, sure.
I'm thinking there was a flounder in there. I'm thinking that's probably Simon. I think Apsar's gonna get left out because that fish wasn't even swimming right.
Well, so if you've ever seen
So,
Apser and I stand next to each other if we were to watch something on a screen in here, we're both rocking back and forth.
In game. I'm talking about in game.
What do you mean
When you're just
in-game?
like AD whatever back and forth.
Oh, that
Like
movement.
your shot's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
unusable.
I love
It looks good from third person, but
that's the point. I'm doing
sometimes
it for the
we
people.
need your shot.
I'm
You're
here
just-
for the people.
You're crazy.
Well, we were hoping that the camera is on there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need your shot.
That's my shtick, dude.
Okay.
I hate my shtick.
just
Well,
nervous movement.
That
I
was
do
that
it.
fish's shtick too, and it was working.
Nice.
Funny fish.
Yeah, but they had jellyfish, they had shrimp, the big tank. Y'all probably seen it. The
Yeah.
scuba divers go into
Yeah.
sharks, stingrays, hammerhead, regular shark.
Yeah.
Did you touch the stingrays?
They didn't have them out where you could touch them.
Oh, I thought that was like in that one area.
I think they got
Pneumonia.
I can't say the word. Yeah, pneumonies. Anemone,
Anemones.
and then you say it.
Sea
Anemone.
anemone?
Anemone,
Anemone. Just almost say
Almost
like
saying
I'm your
an
enemy.
enemy.
You're an enemy.
anemone.
An enemy.
There you go.
We're probably saying it wrong.
You're not.
I love how he just assumes that you're saying it wrong.
Because he
you're
can't say
teaching
shit right. All right.
It's a tough word.
It's not.
him. A sea
You
anemone.
say fragrance and bagel.
I say those wrong.
Eddie admits it.
I say things wrong.
Oh. Oh. What a man you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neebs did it. He'll only say he said stuff wrong in order
When
to
it's
prove
wrong.
for somebody else wrong. I know.
Vietnamese.
Yeah, well, we know
Vietnamese.
that. Yeah.
All them Vietnamese people.
So.
Well, that sounds like a nice non-traditional kind of Christmas thing.
Yeah, that was fun. And then finding somewhere to eat after. People sure do love to close around Christmas time. It's something in it.
Yeah,
Even
they
we
do.
did.
To close, yeah. I overcooked a rib roast.
Was it nasty?
No, she made like a nice gravy for it that saved the day, you know.
Okay. Did y'all have any sweet potatoes?
No sweet potatoes. Oh, was that the Ferrero Rocher candies, the chocolate,
Okay, little
the
balls.
hazelnut with the little
I
hazelnut
had one
in the
today.
middle. Yeah, they're like kind of the shit. She made, but we didn't have the blender. Ferraro Rocher, whatever the fuck, martinis.
Martinis. Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
Bailey's and vodka and a bunch of crunched up. Oh my
How
god.
many of those can you drink?
Well, we just had one each, but they were quite strong.
Okay.
And then I took Emily out for frisbee. Like after drinking that, it was like midday on Christmas, and I threw the frisbee like twice. It was like, oh my god, yeah, I'm still sick. I had no energy to throw a frisbee. I was like, I'm sorry, Emily, these aren't going far. We're gonna end this really soon. I just felt completely drained. Just something you would think like, well, even if I'm sick-ish, I
throw
can
a
throw some
frisbee.
frisbees.
Yeah.
But my god, it wore my ass out.
I can toss
immediately.
half a pound frisbee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sorry, Ems.
So her Christmas was ruined.
Yes. Absolutely ruined. She got extra bones, though.
I had traditional 7 fishes for Christmas Eve. Even though I didn't get to go to hang out with the family, I went and I picked up the food.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like,
did you have 7 fishes?
you know what? Probably not. I probably had about 5.
Yeah,
4 or 5.
That's enough fishes.
Exactly.
Listen, I like fish. Okay. If
Scallops?
If someone wanted me to, does that count?
Sure.
Scallops?
As a fish?
Shrimp? Of course.
Is a shrimp a
Seafood.
fish?
There's a lot
yeah,
of...
there's a lot of seafood.
Is a crab a fish?
Yes.
Oh my
So that was
god,
it.
this is deeper than I
Flounder's
thought.
a fish. There's 7 damn fish. What are we not going to call?
Words don't matter to you at all, do they?
Yeah, galamad.
No, you're right. It's not a... And that... Are you saying calamari?
Yeah, galamad.
If I'm at the aquarium and I'm like, look at the fish, and it's a
Yeah.
crab or a lobster, no one's gonna correct
I'm
me.
with
Well, you know what?
I'm with you, Neebs.
Hold on. The crab is not one of the fishes. Okay, so I misspoke there.
You
Okay.
throw
But-
shrimp in there with confidence.
You know what? I do, and also the same thing with
got legs.
with
Doesn't legs make it not a fish?
No, you're right. You're
what
right.
the hell does the scallop? What does that even look like? I just know that they're delicious, and it's one of the
What's
fish
it
that
look
we
like?
eat.
Oh, you
no,
mean
what's it look
outside
like?
of,
Yes, because when I think of a scallop, I think of actually something coming off of a
We've never
a
seen
shell.
we don't know what a
Look
live
at-
scallop
Will you
looks
look it
like.
up? We're recording right now. Let's
I
just
will.
check this shit out. But anyway, it was still delicious. Like
sure.
anchovies is one of the things that will
That's
have
a
a
fish.
pasta, but it'll be like an oil and garlic and oil and anchovy sauce.
So we did have. She made a shrimp scampi on Christmas Eve. So that was our fish.
Okay, that was your fish. So a lot of Italians, yes, will do some fish, but yeah, I like. It was so good.
Okay, that looks about scallopy, doesn't it?
And scallops come
I'm
out.
still
of
not sure what I'm looking at.
A
it's a
scallop comes
shell.
out of a shell. Yeah,
It almost looks like a Venus flytrap
It
shell.
does, man. What a beautiful shell.
And man, I grew as a
Scallops are
kid.
so good.
As a kid, I hated scallops. As a kid, my least favorite dinner all year, because I loved hanging out with my family, because whenever we all hung out, food was the big thing. And I was only hanging out with the Italians, right? The Irish people weren't. I wasn't hanging out with them when I was a kid. So it was such a big deal. And I loved almost all of the food, except for Christmas Eve. I was a picky kid. So I
Was
loved
that the 7 fishes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, when you said 7 fishes, like I don't know if I would go to that. I don't know,
Right.
7.
Yeah, but if you grew up in that environment.
Everyone
I didn't
else
like
in
fish
my
at all as a
family
kid.
loved it, except for me. I was by far the pickiest. As a kid, I really only wanted to have chocolate like cake as dessert too. I was picky with dessert. Like ice cream can go fuck itself.
Right.
I'm like chocolate cake and milk, and I want cookies and milk, but I don't want to have ice cream cake because that was like the fake cake. Like the fuck you, that's not
Fruit
cake.
cake. I don't know how.
Fruit cake? Come
I think
on
fruit
now.
cake's finally dead in most places.
Yeah, you don't see it very often, do you?
Yeah, but like pies that have mostly fruit. You know, like, no.
Big rubbery, fruity brick. It's
What do
not
you mean,
good.
like an apple pie?
I didn't want apple pie.
I mean, I wasn't going to choose that
Cherry
over
pie.
a cream
No,
pie.
me either.
Peach pie.
Nope.
Go to hell. Anyway.
Wow.
Thank
So
you.
7 fishes, but now as an adult, love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
You're all grown up.
All grown up. It took me until actually probably
much
well into my
fish.
30s.
That's too much fish.
It's once a year. So for once a year, I'll take 2 different kinds of shrimp. I'll take 2 different
not a
kinds of
fish.
scallops.
I hate to disappoint your entire heritage.
Yeah, I know. And I'm with you on that, Neebs.
It probably isn't, but this
That's a
is what
crustacean, isn't it?
it's what we eat. They're shellfish. You know that the fish is in the word shellfish.
Right.
You won't deny. He's looking at me.
No,
shaking
I mean,
his head.
It's
It's fish is in the word.
is a hammerhead shark a
It
hammer?
swims. You're telling me that a shrimp doesn't swim in the water and
a
live
shrimp fish.
underwater?
People swim. We're not fish.
It lives underwater. It breeds underwater.
Crab
It's not a fish, though.
is a crab
shrimp.
fish.
Shrimp.
Yeah, listen. All right. I wanted to do Cornish hens, but I was too sick to go shopping for them. So.
Yep.
Good talk. I'm glad we kept argument out of
7 meats.
the talk.
Christmas.
7 meats. That
Pork. Chicken.
yeah, it's like a
Beef.
turducken, but it's 7 things.
I'd love to have a turducken.
I kind of want to try it once.
It'd be great to try.
Why not?
Turducken. I think I used to buy that when I was, when I moved to Florida.
Yeah.
There was like this cheap. It was almost like a ham or something. It was the cheapest one.
Oh, what?
But ham and
It was just
turducken
it was just a
ham.
thing, just a vacuum sealed piece of meat.
Yeah, but do you know what a turducken is, right?
Turkey, chicken, and duck.
And that's what you got?
It was because it was the cheapest meat they
But
had.
why'd you say ham then?
Did I say ham?
Yeah.
So, did I say it looked like a ham?
You can no.
I
you
think what I
didn't.
meant was it looked like just a vacuum sealed piece
Ham.
I was like, he
ham.
really doesn't know what
It didn't look like
Right.
a real piece of meat. It just
Yeah, I
looked,
gotcha.
it looked like bologna or something.
Because that's what's on the out. Well, you got a balloon.
Are there fancy turduckens? Are there classy ones? Because mine wasn't.
I don't
classy.
think so. No, I think it pretty much.
I don't know.
It was like at Winn-Dixie, and it looked like it tasted. Spam is so gross to me.
Well, we have listen.
Spam?
We got spam. I love. I love
I
spam.
like it too.
Yeah,
And
it's got to be. I like it fried thin, like sliced thin,
fried
and then
spam.
crispy. That's it. That's the way to do it.
Okay, I haven't had it done right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fried
And it's
spam's
shit.
really good.
Trust me, it's shit. It's
Oh,
shit
it's
food.
garbage.
So
It's
when
like
I,
salami too. Salami's gross, but it's delicious.
I'll try. Hey, I'll try things again. I don't know if I'm gonna do 7 fishes. That's too much fish. But Estekia brought some Vegemite in a while back when she was here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she made me a Vegemite sandwich. I'm like, okay,
You could see it
I
done
could
right.
I could eat this if I had to. I mean, I wouldn't choose it
With
over
cheese
something.
though, right? She gave it to you
She had a
cheddar.
little bit of cheese and mayonnaise or something.
Okay. And
Yes.
it kind of worked.
It's very bitter.
Thinned out the salt bouillon.
Yeah, I mean, it went from like eating just a bowl of capers
Yeah.
to mixing it with something that made it taste
Sure.
good. You know?
Okay. I could try a proper one. I never have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be happy to eat that in a pinch anytime, even if it tastes weird. In my older age, I also like kind of like more bitter, sour taste. And I also really, really kind of enjoy something as simple as burnt toast, buttered. As a kid or even a young or human being, I'd never want to have anything well done. Like bread wise, you'd be like, oh, that bread's burnt. But now I kind of like the taste
I love
of
the
burnt
crunch.
shit.
I do too.
And I like the crunch, but I like the burnt taste.
Yeah.
After he'll be yelling at us right now for talking about food for so long.
Yeah, I know.
That's all right.
He's the food police.
All right, so what are you gonna do? We could talk a little bit cheese ball, but like I don't like New Year's resolutions. That's bullshit. But wanting to change something for the future is
Funny,
always a
I was
good
thinking
thing.
about that this morning.
You know, like how their New Year's resolutions are bullshit, but just wanting to change something in the coming year.
Yeah, I was thinking, man, there's nothing I would change about me. And then I
Yeah,
thought,
that's a problem.
and then
Of
I
course
thought,
you-
no one's gonna like that answer, and they're
Yeah.
gonna get on me about it.
You should always see the improvement that you need and try to seek it. I think that's.
But he doesn't see he needs improvement.
I know
Yeah.
that goes to show you that
It,
he's
maybe work on that.
right.
But what if they're okay? So it would help me. That wouldn't help me. What would help me would be like, hey, Neebs, here's what you need to work on.
Well, the thing is, what you need to work on is probably instead of if somebody says something, and even though you might think that you know exactly what to say to counter what they've said, if it has to do with you, just sit there and go, I appreciate your perspective, and then sit on that and not say anything.
What if
that's impossible?
Okay, but what if that person?
Doesn't matter what.
What if that person believes something really dumb?
I know.
Well, what
that's
if
the
they're
point.
what
It's
if
a practice.
they're not?
Just-
They just happen to not be you.
Okay.
Yeah. Or it's a practice to sit in there in that and be okay with not having to prove yourself
All
right
right.
at
I
that
think in a
moment.
lot of situations it's harmless. But what if someone thinks a shrimp is a fish?
Fish.
or
Now
a
they're
crab?
batshit crazy.
That's a perfect example to let go of the thing, even though you know that you're right.
Yeah, but he will not.
But you could. All right.
I could see that being a life or death situation one day.
That's true.
Say you're in a boat, someone's overboard, and they're like, "Hey, grab that life preserver." You're like, "Which one is it?" You're like, "Ah, it's the one with the fish on it," but it's not a fish. There's like crab prints on it, and the person's like, "I don't know. I don't see any fish around here." And you're going on about this fish print
the dumbest-
life preserver.
Right.
So I guess I'm not going to throw
Meanwhile,
anything.
someone drowns.
Yeah.
Could happen.
It could. I agree.
So maybe you could focus on like not being desperate to have horrible examples like that instead of just, taking in what Simon said previously.
You think it, don't say it.
I think you guys.
Too late.
You have.
Just say okay.
You have a different. I can't.
I know.
So that.
So here's the
bet.
thing.
That's the way to improve.
You guys are in my inner circle.
Right.
Great place to be.
It is. That's true. You don't hold back with your inner circle.
No, my inner circle. I wanna protect and encourage.
Make more like you.
And
Just
no,
make-
I want to make their lives better.
More like you.
And then strangers, I'm like, oh, God bless them.
Yeah.
That's true. But it is a good practice in being able to, because as soon as you said I can't, there's a weakness.
No, I know I can
Oh, so then
because I do it to
practice
strangers all the time. I see something dumb happening. I go,
You
that's
have-
all right. That's somebody's grandma or
You
whatever.
could do it with us, is what I'm saying. Every once in a one out of 25 times.
You don't want that because then
See what I'm saying? Keeps
then
on
there's a
going.
distance between us, and
It doesn't
tight.
have to be. It doesn't.
True.
we tell each other everything.
Don't you love scallops?
I do.
I've always loved them, even as a kid when I didn't like fish.
I don't think I tried a scallop
they
until I
tasted
was
good.
probably in the Marine Corps at some point.
Yeah,
I didn't grow up around scallops.
oysters.
Didn't have those until my adult life too. Yeah.
Never liked oysters.
I love them now. Fucking love them.
Yeah, I don't know where to get good ones. All right, not all. Okay, so
We're done
New
with food,
Year's.
yeah.
Yeah, we
New
got to
Year's.
move on from food.
New Year's is coming. Lots to improve. Always trying to improve.
Now, here's what I like to improve, for real. I just thought of this. I've gotten really bad about remembering people's names and faces. Because I don't know if just ever since we started, say, with Derelicts and Associates or whatever, I went from working in the public to like on a computer almost all day long.
I'm with you on that.
And I wonder if my face and name memorization skills really suffered from that.
I'm totally with you on that. When I worked film, like knowing crew people and stuff like that, now I feel like I'm in comparison working we all kind of work in a little box comparatively.
Yeah. And I've always kind of been bad with names my whole life. It's been one of those things where as soon as I'm meeting someone, I'm more concerned about whether or not they think I'm an idiot or are my hands sweaty. And then when they say their name, I'm like almost always not paying any
That's
attention.
interesting.
And then, and it's almost always the case. Like when I don't, like I still do it now, but now, like back then, I'd never ask it again. But now I'll immediately ask it again. I'll say, I know you just told me your name.
Yeah.
Can you please tell me one more time?
Yeah.
And then I have to repeat it like 3 times. And even then, half the time, I don't remember.
Same here. I was going to say, like, I'll address that I need to hear it twice, and even that doesn't help. So,
It
Yeah,
helps
if you
me,
go
but
in
it's,
distracted.
yeah.
And you miss it,
Yeah.
that's done.
It's gone.
And almost always, like for me, I'm trying to be much more self-aware. of my thoughts. Because I have spent a good part of my life being so negative internally most of the time
I
that
wouldn't say it's just internally.
no, it's not just internally, but trust me, and I know you're being sarcastic. Anyway, I'm trying to be more positive.
Yeah, it's a good
Well,
thing.
good. I like you when you're positive, even though it might not seem like it.
You know what? I tell you, let's go where you want to jump into something deep here. Fear and shame and judgment. So much judgment. I am thankfully judged for a living. I judge myself so harshly. If I don't correct it, it's going to end up killing me. It's one of those things where you go and
Judging yourself?
yeah,
Fixing that? Yeah.
oh man, I judge myself so hardcore, and I also obviously get very defensive, and half the time it's like, oh, knowing this is in jest and this is fun, and then I'll get caught up in the shit.
This is your year, baby.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Yeah, it's hard not to judge. Humans I think that's our innate, thing is to go, does that taste good? Is that good for me? Is that bad? Will this improve my life? And then I think that just carries over into other people's lives.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't like that music. I wouldn't wear that shirt,
Or I made a mistake and I'm stupid for making that mistake, or I hate myself because I can't figure out why I keep on making the same mistakes. And so people judge themselves so harshly. And you know what you need to do is forgive yourself.
I think you were talking about judging outside of yourself.
Well, I started on me, and then in your own personal survival,
Yeah.
and self-improvement. And I think that because your mind's always doing that to improve your circumstance,
Yeah.
I think it's just used to going, what about this other person's
Yeah.
situation?
Right.
Right.
Definitely.
It's definitely nice to, I don't think people can stop judging, but yeah, if you can stop and go, all right, yeah, that's not my music, that's not my food, that's not my whatever.
We got to tell Absor that. He's such a hater of things he doesn't like. Like if it's a music he doesn't like, he's out, fuck that. Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to
Man, it's
hear,
subjective, dude.
I don't want to hear people's music. Like,
No, I got you.
I don't care if someone's listening to their music, but if someone's blasting just music that I hate, and I
Yeah.
assume that person would hate me blasting some music they don't like.
Sure.
Little Enya.
Yeah, whatever.
Enya kicks ass.
Opera or you know,
right.
something just
Yeah, just something you're not into. Loud is obnoxious.
yeah.
It is.
No matter what. Even if it's music that you happen to love. If I don't want to hear it really loud, Jesus, come on, man.
Yeah.
Being less judgmental to yourself and outwardly is always better.
Yeah. It's a nice reminder to go, hey, stop judging things today.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's got their own story, too.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a couple of Neebs talks this year.
Let's do a Neebs talk or two.
I got some Neebs talks in my mind.
You do, don't you?
Yep. Man, I went to the post office today before I came here, and was walking in, and this little lady was walking in, and let's see, she held the door for me.
Oh,
She was going in, held the door for me,
that's
Trying to get a little
sweet.
bit of Neebs ass.
and I was like, well, thank you. And she was just so pleasant.
That's awesome.
And then came out, another lady held the door for me.
What?
Old lady, pleasant as can be.
Wow.
I wanted to take them both to lunch, but I didn't have time, and I'd already eaten lunch.
That's adorable. I love it.
If I wasn't full from a lunch I just had, I'd take you ladies out to lunch.
That's right. And they didn't know each other.
You could have got them together.
Yeah. Hey, you, door ladies, lunch.
Come. Yep. And you're now going to be friends, maybe even late life lovers.
That's right. Hop in the back of the truck.
Come on, let's do this.
There you go.
Yeah. Thinking of Neebs talks. Listen, I went to New York a couple of weeks ago, and I was hanging out with the guy who I was racing my car down the road with. You know, the cartoon that
The one that is done, the car's done.
the car's done.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm like, man, she brought up something about that. He happened to bring it up. And I said, ain't that funny? I said, you know, somebody made a little cartoon. I said, we talked about this. I didn't realize it was 7 years ago we talked about that story in the
Right.
podcast. It was Neebs talks about fear.
Yeah.
And then I showed him the cartoon. He's like, no shit. Look at that. It's just funny.
Yeah. So he watched it.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah, he watched it, and actually, I just sent him the link for the podcast because I didn't know which podcast it was in. I didn't realize it was linked to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
That's
yeah,
great.
it was nice to go up to. I went up to New York. I went to the top of the Empire State Building for the first time since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought tickets to go with my kid, and thank goodness I ended up getting the red carpet because I was only in Manhattan for 30 hours.
Is the red carpet like
what does
a
that mean?
fast pass kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
They called it the red carpet. It ended up being like 50, but it was more than double what the regular price was. But it was like, hey, you don't have to go on any lines. And I'm like, you know what? I'm only there for a little while. I don't know how it's busy. It's the holiday season. Holy shit. I must have walked past.
Oh, I'll bet it was busy as hell.
Jesus Christ. There was I thought the line outside the building was bad, but I didn't realize when you went inside it was 10 times longer going up this elevator. Anyway, it was beautiful. I got so lucky. I got to go on the top, meaning it was beautiful weather. It was like 55 degrees and sunny and clear.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Gorgeous.
Nice.
And got to see that, the tree and just did some, stereotypical
New
York
York-y,
City,
Christmassy shit.
Christmassy shit, which was fun. Got some good pizza.
Attaboy.
Did you drive up there?
No, flew.
Thank
Flew?
God.
Yeah. Flew, then rented, was going to go see family, then thought I was feeling a little bit under the weather, gave them a heads up, and they're like, stay the fuck away. And I'm like, all right.
Fine.
Stayed away. I was feeling good again. I didn't get sick until I came back.
I don't like that many fish anyway.
Right? Come on. Oh, please. And they're the ones, like my whole family. If on Facebook, you'd see them. They're all taking pictures because they all do the 7 fish.
Yeah.
Every single one of
It's
them.
too many.
Yeah. And they all, looks so good. But you get this like red sauce, this red
Stop it.
medium
I'm
hot
like
sauce. And
hungry right now. I'm like, my
Sorry.
stomach is going
Because
nuts.
that's what the Italians dip their fried seafood in, is the red sauce.
Now listen,
Sorry. Now we're
I
done.
know half of
didn't
them
even
aren't
tell you.
fish, so
Right.
I get like
Or the
yeah.
flounder. Let's just say the flounder. They dip the
How did you say calamari?
calamari.
One more time.
My family calls
Just
it
say it again.
calamari. Calamari.
How did you say Atari?
Atari.
Okay.
And they say it with an accent. They
I
go out of
know.
their way where I don't. I just say, I say, oh, I'll take some calamari.
Yeah,
Give me some-
I've
well,
also
they're like,
heard it's a
"Calamari."
I've heard it's a very Long Island thing.
It probably is. But the thing is, it's my mom thing. My mom's from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, she lived there for 30 years before she moved to Long
No, I
Island.
got
but-
you, but I've just heard. It's adorable. That's good stuff.
It's adorable.
All right,
Anyway,
hey.
sorry, go on.
No, nothing to go on.
Well, I think
gonna-
I cut things off on Neebs. Were you saying something before
No.
I broke into the red sauce?
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds delicious to me.
Yeah,
like,
that sounds
like I can definitely dip some shrimp and whatever scallops. That sounds fantastic.
Oh yeah.
But if you had like salmon, I like salmon, but after having some of that, I don't want like bass,
We did go back to food.
flounder. Like I don't want all those fishy fish.
I know.
7 of them.
Yeah, that's too much
It's
fish.
too oily. Too much.
It's a lot.
And
Yeah.
that's why they break the rules and have
Non-fish.
non-fish.
There's a pizza in there.
Yeah.
That garlic bread is technically a fish because it's in the shape of a fish.
Right.
You know?
Yep. Goldfish. That's one of them. But yeah, man.
Of course, they got the fucking meals. All right.
Hacking up shit.
I know, it's fun, right?
It's great. Love it.
So, New Year's stuff
Yeah.
is what I was bringing up before. Any New
God, I'm
Year's?
so excited because once New Year's is over, I feel like the worst is behind me. Even though January and February are the worst months, I just like, hey, we're going. Days are getting longer
Yeah.
every day.
Every day's
just
getting longer starting in January 1st?
No, it's already
Already.
happened.
Oh, yeah, it has already happened. It already reached
December
the apex
21st, I
of
think.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
We're on the home stretch now.
Yeah.
Did I mention? I meant to bring this up to you earlier. Did we talk about the sunset and sunrise in New York and here?
Like as far as it being a
The
different time.
difference. Yeah,
Yeah, you're further north. So it should be slightly different.
right. But did we talk about? Because I searched it recently and I was shocked at the time. Difference.
How much difference?
Yeah.
How much?
When I did it at the time, it was 30 minutes.
Oh.
And that made me go like, because it was 5 o'clock here. It was when I was up in New York, sunset was 4:28. Because I was looking for, doing things and what's going on. And I'm like, that's crazy. It's not 4:28. And then I searched it in Wilmington the same day. I said, what is it there? And it was 5:05 or something.
Wow.
Huh.
So now again, this was probably right at the peak of the short days, because I think it was when I was in New York. So it was probably like the 16th or 17th when I checked it.
Yeah.
But I was like,
yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that. Fascinating.
Man, getting dark at 5 is just.
Oh.
Or even 4:30, or even some of you out there live in some crazy places where it's like dark at it's only daylight for like 4 hours or something dumb like that.
Yeah, there's that.
yeah, man, who are you and where are you?
Alaska, Sweden.
Yep. Scandinavian countries, they don't get a lot of sunlight in the winter.
They got to get those freaking lamps that keep, because that's definitely a real thing when it comes down to you not having, I mean, you've experienced it, but it's very common depression, to get from lack of
seasonal
sun.
depression. Sure.
Seasonal depression, yeah. I mean, they have these lamps that are supposed to mimic it, but it's only about half as good as what it is to be truly outside.
Right.
Hey, that's why they got all those like fuzzy boots and sweaters and coffee and hot chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
They got to cozy it
Counter
up a
it
little
somehow. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the point is the sun.
Yeah.
Your body
No,
needs the
you're
sun.
right.
bit. No, I don't
see
like
your
it.
point.
But every time we've gone to Sweden or somewhere,
Yeah.
those people are fantastic.
Yeah, they are.
They're just fun to be
They've
around.
adapted to
Yeah.
everything like that comes with that. Then we saw the other extreme too, where it's still light out at 11 p.m.
Mm-hmm. I'm okay with
That's
that.
always
I love
interesting. Yeah,
But the Swedes, man, they eat their babies, I'm pretty sure.
they do, and I frown upon that personally.
Yeah, I mean, unless they're bad babies,
Yeah.
Hey,
And for Christmas
Sometimes.
Eve they have 7 babies.
right? Yeah.
Dip them in red sauce.
only half of them are babies. The others are crustaceans.
That shrimp isn't a baby.
Let's get out of here. We got to record a dumpster thing.
You
Okay.
hungry? Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Okay, yeah, eating food.
All right.
You guys are great. Have a happy New Year.
Yeah. Have
Yep.
a happy New Year. Be safe.
Have a great
everyone.
24.
4 we're going
We're
into.
doing 4.
Yeah, it's
Oh
crazy.
shit! This is already over past the New Year.
Yeah,
already
it will
is
be.
that.
It's already
Okay.
2024.
Hope you had a good New Year.
Hope
then.
you had a
But Happy New
safe
Year.
one.
Yep.
Yes. Bye.
Bye, y'all.